Hello everybody, it's Mrs. Waterman here. I'm sharing this video with you today to tell you all a little bit about Class Dojo. This is an online classroom area where Key Stage 2 teachers from Year 3 up to Year 6 in school will set tasks and activities to go with the work in your home learning packs. So in your latest pack, which your parents have probably picked up recently, there would have been a letter that looks like this, which tells them a little bit about Class Dojo. But to get started on the learning platform, you will need to go to your device's app store and download the Class Dojo app. I've just put a picture of what the icon would look like, what to look out for. If you can't find the app or you can't get the app for the device that you're using, you could always go to the website, which is www.dojo.me. As soon as you go onto the app or the website, the app will look like this, where you have a screen which says Happier Classrooms, and you just have to tap on I'm a student. It's the only one that will work for you straight away, and then after you've tapped on there, it will ask you to scan your QR code. Now I'm going to show you what that looks like in a moment, but it may also ask you to enable the camera on your device. If you tap on that, it just gives Class Dojo the permission to use the camera on your device, because you will need to scan this special code that also came in your learning pack. So as soon as it asks you to scan the code, if you just hold your device over that code so that the camera on your device can scan it, then that opens up Class Dojo just for you, okay? And when you open it up, you will see your class page and it will just be yours. So I'm just going to set it up on this iPad. I've already done those instructions. I've already scanned my QR code, and you can see that I've got the Dojo app here on my iPad. If you've got a school iPad, it should already be there. It should have already appeared in the last couple of weeks. So I'm going to go onto there, okay, and you will see this screen. Now at the top here, it will have your name. It'll have your first name and your last initial. This one just says sample because I've set it up for the purposes of the video. There'll also be a little monster. Now everybody in your year group will have a different little monster, so this one is unique to you. It'll have your name and your monster and your year group here. So you can see that the sample monster that I've set up here is for in year 6. So year 6 comes up here, but yours might say year 3, year 4 or year 5. Now at the moment you can see two things. One, that it says points 0. Now at the moment this little monster, this little person, hasn't been on Class Dojo very much, so they have 0 points. You will get points awarded by your teachers for all sorts of things, for joining in the activities, for submitting good work. Your teachers can also award you points for things like joining in Zoom calls or asking really good questions, anything like that. So while you're home learning, there are lots of chances to get points on Class Dojo, and when you come back to school, those will be changed into house pence. So don't worry too much if you've got 0 points now, because I'm sure they will be going up very soon. So the first thing I'm going to have a look at, you can see here that it says I've got 6 activities to complete on Class Dojo. Now at first, again, you might not have any activities there straight away, but very soon your teachers are going to be adding activities to your dojo. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the kinds of activities that you might expect to see. So if I tap on activities, I've got a list here, and you can see that this is my to-do list, the things that I've got to complete on Class Dojo. So I've got it told me I'd got 6 activities. There they are, 6 different things that I've got to complete. Now some of these activities won't take you very long at all. They'll be little quick activities. Some of them might take you a little bit longer, but they'll all have something to do with the work that's been in your work pack. So for example, you can see here that there are 2 history activities. Now really, I will have needed to do the history work in the work pack before I can do these. and you can see that I've got some maths algebra work and some maths percentages work. Now remember that this child is in year 6. Your activities will be to do with the work that's been in your work pack. So I'm going to choose one of these activities first of all. Okay, now this one here is a maths percentages of amounts activity, and we can see, if I just go back a second, if it has a little book like this, it means that there's a worksheet to complete on here. Okay, so if I go back to that one again, it says start the worksheet. But first, at the top, it's really important that you read the instructions, because they will tell you what to do. It says, now that you have worked on percentages, use your knowledge to calculate these percentages of amounts. You can type or write on the attached sheet before uploading it. So I'm going to start my worksheet, and then it opens it up just like I've got a worksheet in front of me at school. Now I've got some choices down the side here. If I choose the pencil, I'll be able to write on here, but we know that sometimes writing on a screen isn't so easy. So I'm going to choose to type my answers. The ABC means I'm going to type the answers, and I've got a choice of colour. Well, I'm just going to type in black to start off with, but wherever I tap on the screen, that allows me to type my answer. So I've got to find 10% of 500. So I would type in the sum perhaps that I'm going to use to work it out, and then my answer. Okay, so if I put I would know that to find 10% of 500, I'm going to do 500 divided by or over 10. Okay, and then I'm going to put equals, and I know my answer is 50. Okay, so if I tap back on the screen here, once I've done all of my worksheet, then I can submit that work. I can send it off to my teacher by ticking the tick in the corner there, pressing the tick, and it says, if I then suddenly think, oh no, I've got to add something, I can go back to my worksheet, I can cancel sending it and carry on working it, or when I'm absolutely sure that I've finished and I've done all of my work and I've checked it, I can press done. And now that's gone to my teacher. It's saved and it's gone off to my teacher. Okay? If we look at some of the other activities, there are different activities. Remember these ones with the little book? They will be worksheets like the one that I just showed you. There's one here with a video. There's one with a picture of a camera, and there's one which just has a little pencil by it. I'll talk to you about that one in a moment. But first of all, let's look at the one with the camera. Again, I've got some instructions. It says when you've completed History Lesson 2, including answering the questions on the worksheet provided in your work pack, upload a picture of your work here. So in my work pack, there should be a lesson that says History Lesson 2. I've got to complete that worksheet, and then if I click Start here, it automatically opens my camera. I can put my worksheet down and take a photo of it. I've got to make sure that that photo's nice and clear and not too far away so that my teacher can see it. They don't need to see a picture of your face. They don't need to see a picture of you holding it up, smiling. They want to see the words that you've written. So we've got to get quite close and make sure that it's nice and clear. Okay. Again, this one asks me to make a little video about something to do with castles. So I do my castle research. I get my video ready. I might even make some notes or write down what I'm going to say. And again, once I click on Start, it automatically opens my video. Now, earlier on, I enabled the camera so that my device could photograph the QR code, but I might have to enable my microphone as well. And I'm going to allow it to use my microphone so that my teacher can hear my video as well as see me. So I record my video just like I would using the iPad at school. And then when I've finished, I'll click stop, and then again this tick will come up and it will allow me to send it to my teacher. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to where we were. Okay, so back on my to-do list here, I've got another activity. Remember the one with the pencil on it that I said I'd show you earlier. Now, by the side of that, it also says the word draft. Now, that means that I have already done this piece of work and uploaded it, and my teacher wants me to do something to it. They might want me to correct something or have a look at one of my answers again, or maybe I didn't complete it properly. So I'm going to click on that one. Just let that one upload, and here's my piece of work, and I put number 1 and an answer, number 2 and an answer, and it looks like I didn't finish it properly. So in a moment I'm going to continue editing it, but the instructions for this piece of work are up here. It says see instructions. On this piece of work, my teacher gave me 6 little questions, like a bit like a quiz. They asked me to complete lesson 1 in my history pack and review my learning by answering these questions. So it just means I have to put an answer for each one. So it looks like I did number 1 and number 2 and then sent it off by mistake. So I'm going to continue editing that one. So again, I'm going to click ready, and I'm going to carry on, put number 3, and I'm going to carry on answering my questions. Again, remember the instructions at the top. If I can't remember what the questions were, I can't remember 6 questions off by heart, I can just click on the instructions. It will bring the questions back up. So it says, where did the Norman invaders come from? Question 3. I know from my research that they came from Normandy in France. I've made sure I put a capital F, and that's that question. And I carry on and do question 4, 5 and 6, and this time when I hand it in again, hopefully if I've completed all 6 properly, my teacher will check it. You see it says pending. That means your teacher's got to check it soon. So your teacher will check it, and then they will say, yep, that's all okay, and it will go into your profile. As well as the work that we can submit, then there's something called stories. Now this is the year 6 child, remember. So the stories are written by Miss Hughes, Mrs. Waterman, I put stories on, and Mr. Hales put stories on as well. So we'll put news on, copies of letters that your parents might want to see, things like reminders about homework. They might put some links of some interesting pieces of work, or links to videos that might help you with your home learning. Or if somebody's done a particularly nice piece of work, after asking that person, they might upload a picture of it so that everybody can see it. Because in your profile work and your homework, which is at the top here, only you and your teacher can see that work. On the stories, everybody sees the same post. So whenever your teacher posts something on here, then everybody in your class can see it. When you post your work, only you and your teacher can see it. So go back to your pack, look for your QR code, because this is really important. You need this to set it up, and have a go at Class Dojo. See how you get on. Your teachers will be asking you about it soon. Perhaps in your next Zoom lesson, they'll be able to give you some points so that at the top of your newsfeed here, your points will start to go up. See you soon. Bye.